Well then, let's continue this playthrough of Alice in Madness. I really do want to know what's happening next. I'm wondering why we've now come to terms with what's happened to Alice in the space between getting out of the asylum and now, roughly. If we want more details, we'll no doubt find them in the Wonderland. That's a bit of an interesting point. She reads that and she says, talking about cages, so maybe it's a prison of her mind. Ah, London coated in smoke. In some ways, London has not changed. Pollution-wise, it definitely hasn't.
I won't say no. I've a thirst you could
That woman has some strange sayings.
Need a drink.
How can you take a picture of first? I knew she was the Cricket Queen. But she looks like she's made a remarkable improvement. She looks far better than she did before.
pretty girls like you.
No wonder. It's only a dream.
If that doctor had any sense, he would know that you can die in your dreams. So I wouldn't say, oh, it's only a dream. I'd say, do whatever you can to fix it. Because they do say that in our dreams we express our true feelings. And the things that we can hide from ourselves in the waking hours, we can't hide from ourselves in our dreams. Plus the messages are generally a bit shifty. What a breathtaking place. This truly is a wonder to see. I mean, look around. So illustrious, so
Very
rich.
upsetting journey, but I'm rid of Pris, or whatever she's become. At least the place I've landed is somewhat familiar.
About time, too, Alice.
Blasted cat. Don't try to bully me. I'm very much on edge.
Perfect. When you're not on edge, you're taking up too much space.
You're no help at all.
But you know I can be.
I'll frighten myself when necessary, thanks very much. I was hoping to escape from all that.
Abandon that hope. A new law reigns in this Wonderland, Alice. It's very rough justice all round. We're at risk here. You be on your guard.
Did he just say whisk as in whisker? Anyway, as I was saying, such a vibrant, such a natural and yet unnatural place. I mean, was that a flying cow? Utterly amazing.
What frog, Alice, I swear. You jump so well.
How can it do that? Anyway. Oh, the domino effect. So, I mean, this whole thing, this whole world that Alice has made, it's somewhat focuses on some main female person, I don't know who. Not like there's statues that lament who she is. But in any case, this whole world is such an incredibly...
From that table again, Alice, I'll expire. You're 2 times too reckless, my girl.
lively place. I mean, it even said there something about expire. I mean, who says expire nowadays?
Alice, is merely a stinky toadstool. A spongy consistency.
You just don't get that kind of commitment in other games. But then again, how many are fancy? And have the realms of Wonderland.
Good things in small packages?
Though lacking a bathing costume, a plunge in that pool is in order.
God, I'm shrinking in this potion. Shall I disappear?
Almost. But the upside is that while smaller, you can see things that are nearly invisible to your bigger self.
Ah, I get it. Right. Forests for the trees. Just the other way round. Short-sighted is more than a matter of perspective.
I know, I'm just thinking about her short-sighted joke there thing. And short-sighted is still going to be a matter of perspective.
Look how small she's become, all curled up. She's barely there. A vixen in her hidey hole.
Because even when you're small, it's still from the perspective of someone who's smaller. Rather than it being your eyes being convex and vex and all the rest of it. But if we just think about it for a second, does anyone else notice that she's wearing the symbol for resistance on her actual shirt? You know that thing that looks like a downwards facing horseshoe? It's either Omega, as in the company brand, or I'm pretty sure it's resistance, because you know when you're in a science lab they may ask you to set up an electrical circuit. The symbol for resistance you use is a downwards facing horseshoe basically, which meets quite close in the centre. Now I'm wondering if there's a significance to the fact that's on her clothes, like the fact that Alice in the storybooks is blonde hair, blue eyes and all the rest of it. This Alice, brown hair, green eyes.
I'll never have more fun alone than when I rode the big slide in Hyde Park. Papa will take you soon, Alice.
And even a pure white dress has blood on it. Didn't you like that bit? She has a memory that talks about Hyde Park slide, so straight away she enters an area where there's a giant slide that she would have missed out on in her childhood, but now gets to ride in the fictional world of the Wonderland. And as well as that, look closely at the slide she's on. This is actually a blackboard. There's like chalk drawings every few stages along it. But with that said, we've just gone through the starting tutorial stages and left the true Wonderland. What in the world? My river! My beautiful river! Is now a river of blood. This is like I've gone to a massacre. Did she wipe out the cards? What in... Is that a dragon? Impaled with like a knife.
The vorpal blade is swift and
Welcome to Peckham.
and always ready for service.
I've not come back here looking for a fight.
Really? That's
Woman knows how to use a knife.
certainly looking for you.
Blade goes snicker snack, then they're dead. Does what it says on the tin, I reckon, that knife. That is some incredible decomposition. We need that kind of recycling nowadays. But I got my own little questions like,
Flight or fight implies a permanent choice. But flight often just means putting off the fight to another day.
how comes there's a huge river of blood still pouring? I'm assuming it originated from that dragon thing this knife came out of, but the dragon's like gone. It was just bones. Where is all this blood coming from? You know, there's nothing here that should be producing that blood. Or is this like a Jesus thing where he turned water to wine, and or was it like you know, the Egyptian things where you turn the river to blood? Is it one of those kind of things? Just don't know. Ah, poorly named creature. Is it me, or does it look like it's that mask thing it's wearing is like a baby's face? Maybe this is like a baby enemy.
Ugly, gross, and evil is a single monstrosity.
The blade is swift and keen. I do like the fact that Alice, as I said before, seems to know her way with a knife. I mean, she says that thing like, where she goes, "Oh, I don't want to start a fight or whatever," but then she picks up the knife and starts checking see if the edges have been honed.
A flower's purpose is simple and immutable. Human purpose is fickle, because it is a slave.
I mean, for a girl who clearly doesn't want to fight, she seems to have an amazing ability to use the weapons kind of thing, you know?
He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right balance between the two. He managed to find the right
It's like a person, it's like a soldier, right, goes to war and he goes, oh, I just want to make peace, and then locks and loads a machine gun and tests it on a few enemies. You know, that's the kind of thing. And Alice goes, oh, I don't want to fight anyone. Zing. This knife ain't sharp enough. I won't be able to injure anyone with this kind of blunted blade. Sees the insidious ruin. Let's test it out, shall we? Couldn't just leave them behind. It's like that thing where to progress onwards you have to wipe everyone out. Such a murderous thinking. With that said, I am happy you've just been doing some jumping here, but I do want to work out what are these bottles used for. Collecting them everywhere so far, and I mean the memory shards, you can understand what they're used for, but these bottle things, I don't know what you're using them for. They seemingly don't have a purpose. Maybe it'll make sense later.
Ah, it's you again, Alice. You may approach.
Why would I do that? You want to eat me?
Yes, well, you taught me manners, and I've lost my taste for mad women. Strictly a porcine diet for me. Everything's better with bacon, don't you agree? Of course you do. Now, there are pig snouts scattered about. I heard a few behind the house. Go fetch them for me. But take care for the pests that block your way. Pepper them up if they do. They need spice, and you're just the girl to season them for me. You'll find that grinder serviceable.
Why not season your own pig parts?
Matter of priorities. My alabaster skin needs protection from the disgusting creatures running amok amidst the environs. But one gets peckish. Look, all you have to do is listen for the oink, then shoot the snout. You may like the results. I certainly will.